So, you're trying to be a medic and back for blood, huh? Alright, I got you. Fun build that we got here, which is revolving around Hang and his little food scavenger type perk that he's got going. Right now, with the typical build that we have, usually a general rule of thumb that I always have for my medic builds are always having some sort of econ, obviously the most important medical perks that you're going to need, such as Needs of the Many, and Medic Pro, and also EMT Bag, and also some survivability options, which is speed for kiting. Go through all this in detail. We've got copper scav in the build so that we can spawn more copper pile spawns inside of the game. I believe it is, I think, 4 copper piles in total per map, which is 2 smalls and 2 medium-sized ones. I'm not entirely sure whether the ones inside of the toolkit room are applied, but I could be wrong about that one. Proceeding down through this, we've got also money grubbers to go hand in hand with copper scav, and also lucky pennies to be applied on top of the money grubbers. Because yes, the more stacks of money grubbers you keep escalating, the stronger that lucky pennies gets also as well, the higher the stacks. So say you're getting to the maximum benefit of, what is it, 75 copper? Say, for instance, you do get that 75 additional copper per pickup due to money grubbers. You have a 35% chance of making that 75 turn into another 75 on top of that. So you get, just off a small copper pile, which is normally 25, you can turn that from 75 and then have lucky pennies proc on top of that, easily 150. That's off of a small pile. I'm just saying, this really ramps up when you're picking up warp copper. Oh, let me tell you, it gets absolutely disgusting on how much money you can earn, depending if you get cost of avarice, or maybe you go inside of hives or inner hives, you know, money all over the place. It gets pretty insane. So basically where you don't even need to do side objectives all that much, all too often. It's okay if you fail a couple of them here and there, but with this build, you really, like, you're not forced to having to do the side objectives every single round. So shoulder bag, I was kind of debating on whether if I wanted to keep this in the build or not. Honestly, with this specifically, I would trade this out for headband magnifier for one reason, well, two if you count 2 separate acts. But I would say if I'm doing act 1 specifically and or act 6 that have a lot of instances or a lot of maps to where you will be doing some side objective, like boarding up windows or loading up a howitzer and stuff like that, you're gonna need the bonus use speed off of headband magnifier. So nobody else in the party should be doing that except for you. It's kind of the support job to be doing that type of stuff. You're gonna need it, trust me. Especially in no hope mode, you want somebody who's got the need for speed. Bear that in mind. But for every other act in the game that isn't act 1 or 6, you can just leave in shoulder bag. Being able to carry more meds, always a go-to. Now, like I said, with Hang specifically, with his Wasteland Chef, or his perk, sorry, to where he basically has food scav that I also have inside of this build as well right here. We're going to pair that up with Wasteland Chef to where anytime he sits there and melees any type of food item that he spawns, it has a chance of being either mediocre or gourmet meal. Gourmet meals just so happen to give you, I believe it's 8 heals, I think 8 flat health, 8 trauma heal, along with 3 HP. We'll see in the middle of the match when we do it later. This can get absolutely disgusting. I believe with this specifically, along with the combat knife, to increase the odds of Wasteland Chef, we get a little bonus here. I think out of 19 food items that I had spawned on Act 1, Stage 1, with both of these together, I had about 10 gourmet meals, 80 flat health, and 80 trauma, along with every time you pick up one, you get 3 flat max HP increase until the end of the level. So yeah, that's pretty nice to have. That's just picking up food items. This really comes in clutch, especially with not cost of avarice, chaos, and I call it famine. I forget the modifier to where everybody's starving all the time. That comes into play a lot of the time, and I absolutely am loving these 2 perks together. With Hang specifically, it gets disgusting, trust me. Granted, this is all meant for like team play and everything else. You could try it in solos, or well, maybe not solos, maybe with randoms if they're willing to cooperate. If not, I probably wouldn't go with the support build with randoms and or solo. It can get a little dicey, but you know, to each their own. Needs of the Many, like I said, all the mandatory medical stuff that you're going to need. Everybody's going to need the extra lives if you're especially playing in with randoms and or team-based settings. You should only need the 1. the one needs of the many. So you're good to go on that. Medic Pro to give everybody their lives back in case anybody goes down. So whether you're using defibs or med kits, there you go. You're fine. EMT bag to help out, especially early on, where you have just gray health items, you know, medical accessories, bandages or pills or whatever. Keeping your team alive with just pills alone give 50% more temp health based off of just this. Support scav and utility scav. Scavenger cards are basically required when it comes to No Hope. That's kind of the support's job, is to make sure you have not only support scav but also utility scav, because if you have neither one, nothing spawns. No medical items and also no utility items. No toolkits, defibs, ammo pouches, none of that. If nobody has it inside of your party, none of them spawn. So have fun. Mad Dash and Run Like Hell with cross trainers, the best three when it comes to mobility, to make sure that you can distance yourself from basically any mutation or boss in the entire game. I had to solo Inner Hive off stream and everything else, test run, if you will, that I was basically just all 5 doors that you had to do for the Inner Hive, solo the entire thing just by distancing myself from basically everything that was coming out. Yes, that includes the Horde. You kind of just hug the outer walls of the Inner Hive and you just kind of run either clockwise or counterclockwise and just run that route. You manage your stamina properly enough, you can play keep away the entire time. So anyway, let's try this in a solo setting. Going to run campaign act 1 stage 1 because I feel like it's pretty quick and easy to just showcase this build. I'm going to show you exactly what I was talking about for the amount of food items that are going to be spawning. We're going to be using the combat knife to see exactly how many of them are going to be turned into gourmet or not. So hang, port hang, boom, yes. Right off the rip, defib. In the event that I somehow died, look at that, 1 for 1 gourmet meal. Let's go. And just to pop it open, gourmet meal. It's blank for whatever reason. That's times 2, right? Because Hang gets double the effect if he picks it up, and that's the best part about this build. That all you have to do is just run around through the entire map, just stabbing food, and let your teammates pick it up. Because no matter what, Hang's always going to get the benefit. So he's healing himself along with healing his teammates. Perfect. Oh, hello. Some healing items here. Shotgun. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Hi. Come on. Come on, bro. What's going on now? Brother, can you please? Thank you. Now you don't really get the full value of this build because obviously you're playing with bots, and bots are just, they don't suffer any trauma. They'll hurt. That's about it. So let's see. 1 for 2. Oh. Man. 1 for 3. Alright. You don't? Two for 4. So we're on track right now. Tag already. All right. Got this money. 2 for 5. Let's take a look over here. How what were we? 2 for 5? 2 for 6. All that madness happening. 3 for 7. 3 for 8. Oh god. Debating if I wanted anything else, but nah, we're just gonna proceed on.
Not seeing any tracks.
Taking a couple shots. Interesting. Alright. 3 for 9. 4 for 10. Please don't.
I could use this. Careful.
was hoping there was a decent amount of food items here. We have what? 4 for 10, 4 for 11, 4 for 12, 5 for 13. Nice pipe up. I've also had gourmet meals consecutively. I think the most I've hit at any given time was 3 in a row, maybe 4. That's while using knife. Without it, it's good luck with that. That's probably never gonna happen. 6 for 14. Sorry, trying to keep the number and also trying to fight in position and do all this other stuff that I have to do to survive. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. Well, thank God we're on the early portions of Act 1, because if that was towards the later bit, I would have died. 6 for 15. Don't, bro. What was that, 7 for 16? Let's stand next to this alarm door. That way they can break that for me. Ooh, okay. You don't? Okay, there was actually a very bad position on my part. Whoopsie. Just kind of being aloof right now, so. So we are 7 for 17.
Yeah, I need that. Nothing.
And free med kit. These are usually pretty expensive. And if anybody was dying or had died and missing a life or whatever else, Tala, please.
I've got you.
Well, that's yeah. Oh. I haven't been fighting any money spawns either. Wow, 7 for 18. Not looking good for the knife, but oh, look at that money right now. Oh. 8 for 18. 9 for 19. What was the final result? We'll say 9 out of 20 of the gourmet meals. You're looking at a 50% chance of any time you see a food item, it can either be a gourmet or mediocre. That's just off 1-1. I say that's pretty good odds. We collected 9. 9 times 8. That's basically a lot of flat and trauma heals in the event that you guys were dying to begin with. That's just off food items. This was a fun build that I kind of want to show you guys as to how it operated. Give you a little something to think about in case you wanted to add a little spice or variety to your medic builds when you're playing with your squad mates or whatever else. So there you have it. Anyway, guys, y'all take care. Y'all take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next time. Peace out, guys.